something I felt I could understand and identify with. But also, it was because I lived on the outskirts of Liverpool. You know, I could go a very short distance and I was in the countryside. But we didn't have a lot of hills. But here, it was the countryside that really grasped my heart. Sadly, so I always used to drive through Howard on my visits and think, one day I'm going to live here, I'm going to have a little stone cottage. And that was my retirement aspiration. It came 20 years earlier than I thought, and that was tragically because I lost my mum. I lost my mum in tragic and very quick circumstances. When you lose someone, you're going to have a heart attack or whatever. It's sudden and hard to cope with. When you lose someone from cancer, as I had done 5 years earlier, it can be a long drawn out process, as it was with my father. So I knew what both sides looked like. My mum had cancer and she died within 2 weeks of diagnosis, which is very unusual. So I arrived here battered and bruised, but as you do, you think, well, I'm a member of the Labour Party. I'll get on and I'll have new people friends, which indeed I did. And it took a lot longer than I thought it did for various reasons, but I did build up that network of friends. I didn't come up with the notion that I'd go be a councillor, however, because I'd spent, as she will back me up, Sharon will back me up, I spent 15 years dodging becoming a councillor in Hackney. So, but of course when we had the all out and we had the requirements for positions for women, I did find myself a bit more sought after than I might otherwise have expected. So I then started getting all these invitations to go to various floors, and I went to the selection in Wibsey.
You did?
And as Ralph has now pointed out, I was selected, not elected, on the first attempt. But you can imagine, you know, there are only 57 councillors, maybe 60, I may be out of. All told, yes, sweetheart, I know I'm going on. All told, the size, the sheer size of Bradford is a lot bigger. And I've said this many times over the years. I could have ended up anywhere. I could have been selected in any ward, lost the seat and disappeared forever. But I didn't. I was selected in Wibsey. And there were 4 reasons why that was particularly precious. One is I got these guys, which probably means, as you may not know, cancer has got to be great. But I got these guys, and I could have ended up with any manner of misogynist idiots.
You just got the idiots.
Just got us.
You just got,
Yeah, but they're my misogynist idiots.
you just got the idiots.
But I also got, which I think they will back me up, 2 other people who were really particularly precious and crucial. And one was Eric, and one was Sheila.
Yeah.
And I want us to toast to Eric and Sheila without which none of the group would be here. And how fantastic they were. And how I'm just so glad they were around for as long as they were, to see me settled in, see us where we are, you know. They didn't get quite to see, you know, some of the top of the cream, but nevertheless, I think we had them around for a decent amount of time. That pleased me. And when I got to thinking this year, 35 years, then I suddenly thought, well, I've been on 10. You know, where's it all gone? And yes, it has been a hell of a ride and a roller coaster. And it's not been without its arguments or disagreements. I'd love to put a fine point on it. But also on that same journey have been Andy and Val. Because, you know, and it hasn't been a joke, but we have said we work together as two teams. And frankly, I think that's one of the things that saved Precious House from a lot of awful other stuff.
Yep.
And it's just a shame we haven't got a few more on board, but I think they're getting there. So for me, it's a toast to the 25 years that these guys have done, the 10 that I've done, and the magnificent, wonderful victory David's just had, and the wonderful, magnificent victories got from on Monday. And I have said on Monday, and I have agreement, I believe, that Michelle is going to sit one side of me at Labour Group, and Karen is going to sit the other. And if there's any chance my mark won't get on that ballot quickly in time, or if I look as though I'm turning into a corpse, I'll make sure I stay upright. We very much hope that won't happen. But along the course, particularly of these last two elections, we've also, no one can ever replace another person. They shouldn't try and they wouldn't try. But as near as we could get to having another Sheila and another Eric, I think we're getting with these guys here. And you'll have your arguments, you know, and I mean, poor old Andy is after referee on more of the Dave and Lynne healthy debates. Because he just hadn't quite learned to be as fast on his feet as Dave, as Ralph. And spots the signs.
Yeah, but Ralph leaves.
Sits in the corner and sees who's winning. And away we go. So I wanted that celebration here. But actually, funnily enough, also, I've been planning my funeral, and I've been planning that with Jill's sister, and it's been terrific so far. But also, one of the things that Angela Sinfield, who did have arrangements today, was going to try and finesse them, but doesn't seem to have been able to, said, you know, you ought to have a waking wake. Now, you know, I roughly can get my head around what I think that is. So I no audience to worry about, darling. But this, I suppose, is the waking wake. You'll get surprises at the funeral because the music I've chosen I don't think is anything that anyone will guess at. But I'm having a humanist woodland burial. It's going to be up at Skipton. It's going to consist of a hand decorated cardboard coffin. So you pass the word round, people want little snippets that can go on. They'll have to go through jail, but you know, she'll make all the decent ones go through. My eldest nephew, many of you've met, is in a band. He's writing a song, and he's bringing his guitar. And so other people who play musical instruments, welcome to do so. So there will be a short, you know, sort of ceremony, I suppose. I'm going to be carried by people I know. It's really important to me. I think that you can hire a set of pallbearers. In fact, I'm too tight to pay for them. So Dave and Ralph and Richard have kindly agreed to be part of the carrying the coffin. And as you know, I have nephews. And then, so after that all bit's done, there's this barn they use out there. We'll be having for some form of catering. Don't know how we can do that because they said it's available for use, but it's going to be a bit more difficult because they don't have caterers anymore. They just organise it our own. But I don't think there's anything on this planet that is out with the organisational capability of Howell Fairfield.
So true.
Who with Janice Thornton will make a formidable team. So, and I'd like the last bit to be a bit like an Irish wake, you know, where people say what they want to say, what they remember about me, but somebody sit near and be ready to smack Dave. And you know, and then the mad Irishman in the corner pipes up and gives a song. You know, and I do very much want it to be a celebration. Assuming I'm not good enough to think I'm anything worth celebrating. You know, we all come into politics, and I do sincerely believe this. But, you know, I don't think any of us came into politics to make cuts. We certainly didn't come in to make people's lives miserable or to build our own careers. Came in because we wanted to do a little bit of good. And if we all put our little bit of good together, it makes for a big good.
Yes.
So, thank you all so much for being here this afternoon. I made it worse for myself in a sense because I didn't want to plan too far ahead because of escaping those folk up the hill. I haven't decided whether I'm going back, planting myself in that tree or what as yet. But, you know, we have got, I believe, and I know I'm biased and I know I've not been around a long time, but I think we've at the moment got the best chance we could possibly have for Bradford because we've got one of the best leaders we could have. We've got one of the best deputy leaders we could have. A formidable chair of planning. Sorry, don't mean that. You know what I mean because I've got that a bit the wrong way around. So, to Dave and to all of you, and achieving the great things that we hope you will for our great city.